I'd like to tell you the story about the Moonlight Mothdance Party, possibly one of the best kept secrets ever. Once a month, every month, on the full moon, at the stroke of midnight, something rather strange and wonderful happens. All the moths around the planet, every single moth, slowly and silently takes to flight and heads up into the sky. Higher and higher and higher they climb, higher and higher, flittering and fluttering as they aim towards the moon. As they reach the top of the sky and head out into space, the moths form a giant cloud. Now some of you may ask, well, how can the moths breathe in space? Well, moths are full of magic, and it's something they can do. As they leave the earth and fly into the silent void of space, they cross the distance between the earth and the moon. And in complete silence, in a giant cloud, they slowly settle on the moon. For a while, there is complete stillness and silence. And then, as if at some unseen, unheard, unbidden signal, all of the moths start to move. They wiggle and waggle and form into what appears to be straight lines. But these straight lines actually form the spokes of a giant wheel. Moths form around the outside of the spokes, and moths make the spokes in complete silence. And then they become still for a short period, until, again, as if at some unseen, unheard, unbidden signal, all the moths start to dance. For this is the Moonlight Mothdance Party. And as the moths dance, they waggle their bodies and they wiggle their wings, and the cogs, the giant moth cogs, start to turn as if in some invisible machine. As the moth cogs turn, the moon dust slowly lifts from the surface of the moon in a slow and silvery haze. It gently covers the moths as, in complete silence, they do their dance for their magical Moonlight Mothdance Party. The moth cogs slowly turn and the moon dust slowly rises until, as if at some unheard, unseen, unbidden signal, the moths all become still. The moon dust cloud slowly settles upon the moths and upon the surface of the moon. And as the very last speck of moon dust touches the moon, the moths, as one, take off in silent flight and head back towards the earth from where so soon they whence came. They fly in complete silence back through the void of space, and as they fly back into the sky at the roof of the earth, all the moths separate to go back to the place from where they came. But as they fly back down through the sky, back to their moth home, wherever it may be, the silvery moon dust that had landed on their wings gets caught in the wind and blown around the planet. And the moon dust goes in through the open windows of the houses of sleepy people and settles in their eyes. Now this is perhaps the most magical part of the Moonlight Mothdance Party, for it is this magical moon dust that gives people their full moon dreams, dreams of strange serendipity, dreams of high strangeness, dreams of wonder and magic. And when the sleepy people wake up and rub the sleepy dust from their eyes, which is actually the moon dust from the Moonlight Mothdance Party, they rub away their dreams, which is why your dreams fade when you wake up and rub the sleep from your eyes. And so, dear friends, I would ask you this. If you ever have a moth land on your hand or your arm or your leg, please don't touch or rub their wings, for if you do, you may be stealing another's dreams. And this is the story of the Moonlight Mothdance Party.